Cancer, how you doing? I have missed you guys like crazy. You're missing someone like crazy, or someone is batshit crazy. Who knows? But I'm crazy for you. Call me once, spinning on like this. I never wanted anyone like this. It's so brand new. Oh, it could be a brand new thing that you got going on, or a Steve, or something that's brand new. So I'm hearing through your year like this is brand new, and I feel it in your kiss. Maybe I can't remember the lyrics to that one, but like, or anybody beginning with M, like Madonna, but that's just anybody that has M in their name. But like something that's brand new. This isn't old, or it could be an older person, but I'm hearing something that's brand new, that's blossoming. Okay, so it's kind of like on the table. Okay, now if you have anything to do with an Aquarian or Leo, because I read in numerology, so you can watch this as a life path 7. Excuse me, Cancer. I would watch that reading because there was a lot of new energy that was really starting to work out through the whole year for an Aquarian reading, because there was 8 Leos, Aquarius, there was a lot of leaving, separation, going, divorce, all this kind of stuff. And then it was something that brand new that started to blossom throughout the whole year and start off as it meant to go on. So don't forget, Cancer, we are now going into the year of like Cancer, which would be the year of 7. So that would be now, we're 2022, that is 6, 222 is 6, Capricorn, Gemini, okay? So a lot of separation, God knows what else, toxic relationships, toxic family. I think I've gone over this. I think a lot of you could have like Aquarian or Leo in your chart, or something to do with that. Okay, and then we go into year 7, so toxic relationships, families, things ending, divorce, separation, so on and so forth, and then going towards 7, which would be like long distance relationships, so on and so forth, going towards someone new. All of that kind of stuff is really kind of feel like it's happening for you here, because I'm hearing it's so brand new. So it means that it's just happened, or just started justice, something about a life path 2 or a Libra placement, and it's just started. But I'm starting it as I mean to go on, which means that I'm serious. Okay, so, or Serious Sam. Actually, I was going to buy 4, actually, from a PS5. Serious Sam, or the names Sam, or Sarah, Steve, Sassy, Sandra, Cassano. Anyway, so I'm not going to channel. Let's just see what your year looks like. Cancer. So, for anybody that has Cancer in their chart, or Life Path 7s like myself, any of you out there at Life Path 7, what does your year look like for Cancer for the year of 2023? For the sign of Cancer and Life Path 7, what does their life look like for 2023? Start as I mean to go on. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. When you're in love with a beautiful fish or water sign, can't go wrong. Ronald McDonald. Some of you could be eating burgers or muff diving or something like that, or I don't know. But like, I've got a feeling. Okay, so you could be in a relationship, but there's a connection that's here with a water sign. Let's see. I'm in love. Well, I mean, what's love? Love is just a feeling. It's a connection. Let's see. Cancer. What they got coming up, please? Cancer for 2023. So you got new 2 of Cups. There's the 2. Some of you could have just walked through and gone, look at you, number 2. What would you do with a number 2? Well, you don't want to flush it down the bog, that's for sure. Unless it's Willie Fogg or someone from London. But like, I'm hearing, look at you. So someone could be a water sign, Libra, Life Path 2 energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces placements 2. It can mean the fact that you've just walked through this door here of this divine intervention of connection. Okay. And I've just formed a bond with someone. James Bond, 007, Cancerian or Life Path 7. Let's see. So a new 2 of Cups. Because a new 2 of Cups would also be like a Libra replacement of like getting divorced, divorcee, had children, got children, and now I've got someone on my mind. Could be Elvis Presley, okay? You were always on my mind. Now, if you're not on each other's mind, one of you is definitely on the other one's mind, that's for sure, okay? That's for sure, to be sure. Someone from Ireland or something like that. Okay, or Idaho. Let's see. Oh, Tim, have you got this in your chart? Aquarius or Leo? You might have. Let's see. So for Aquarius, what's Aquarius got coming up? Sorry, no, I've done Aquarian. Sorry, guys, Cancer. I am doing Cancer. I just got a feeling you've got a huge sign of like either Cancer or Leo around you somewhere or in your chart here. But Cancer. Cancer. What's Cancer got coming up, please, for 2023? There's Meg Ryan, Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. So you got Pisces and you got 3 in a boat, or the little boat. Someone could be rubbing someone's boat or float, rail moat, rails, ray, X-ray. Some of you might be going for an X-ray vision, something to do with your glasses, or going to the hospital for an X-ray or something like that. Someone here could be going through things with their ex and they're becoming more of a 2 than a 6. So they're going through something with their ex. This came up in Aquarian reading where they're going through a divorce and a separation. But this is always sometimes my Meg Ryan, okay, which is Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. A piece on the side, someone that I'm looking at whilst in a relationship, maybe considering leaving a relationship for another relationship of a bond that's formed through James. So like James Bond. So it's like we're forming a bond, but they might both be. You see, this came up. You really got to join Patreon. Aquarian was so in depth. There was a bond that's formed, that's new, that's pulling each other towards each other, away from what they're going through. That's why they're pulling a bond. Do you know what I'm going through? Would you like to know the things I have planned for you? Can't remember that one. Anyway, let's see. I definitely keep hearing fish. There's a lot of fish around here. Pisces, life path 3 energies. Cancer. Cancer, what's Cancer got going on, please, for 2023? Is the star, Aquarian, Leo. There you go. So that puts you in the Aquarian reading. So you really could have like a lot of Aquarian placements. There's something on the horizon here. This is my event horizon card. You don't need eyes where you're going. I've got eyes. Someone's got eyes for someone here. Or they're like someone's eyes. Or they have one eye. One-eyed Willie. Or they have a Willie on their mind. I don't know. Or a Captain Jack Sparrow. Jack. Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jack. Jackie. You really need to watch the Aquarian reading here, because there's something of a surprise. Here's Johnny. Virgo could be here. Life path 9. Let's see. Here's Jeff. My name is Jeff. Let's see. Cancer for 2023. Something is on the horizon. I believe there's a new 2 of Cups here in the middle of caught in the middle with you. One of my favourite bands ever was Queens of the Stone Age, and they sung a song, I Want to Make It With You. Okay. But anyway, there could be a Jewish person here. Someone's Jerusalem, Julian. But again, there are people that are closing doors and chapters throughout this whole year. And it's starting to come up in the Aquarian reading. And they're closing doors, but they're still in them. They're still in these doors that are kind of opening. But they're trying to get out of them. And as they are, like I said, a spirit puts a connection together. You don't put connections together. Spirit does that. Humans agree the contract if they want to agree upon it. Okay, that's agreeing to disagree to leave and agreeing to go and stay with someone else, right? So, like, to be with someone else. So there are agreements here that are kind of waiting, maybe in the midst of it all, of people that are leaving people that are going towards people. There are doors flying all open here of opportunities of maybe that someone that is single that has now a 2 of Cups with someone. That is possibly, if there be communication, of something that could be going on in the future. Here. Let's see. Because it feels like more of a friend, because you got Libra energies here. Okay. Libra's life path or 2s, Libras, they do build up acquaintances quite a lot, where people say, oh God, Libras, they've always got like loads of different people. Not all the time, no. What they do is they normally make acquaintances first. They have to get to know a person. Love is not, love is just, what the fuck is love? Love is, you can't just say that you love someone that you don't know, right? You can't just automatically fall in love with someone that you've not spent time with. But you can have a connection that ends up making you feel that way, that you have a connection with someone. Just depends on how feminine or masculine you are. But what you've kind of got here is where this Queen of Cups is probably not representing love, but what it is representing is water energy, okay? To say that there's a connection and that there is a bond here. There's one here, okay? But one of these people, or both of them at the same time, are going through separation, because that means at the end of year 6, which is what we're in now, everybody might see a lot of fucking arguments that go on around Christmas, a lot of split up, a lot of fucking, oh God, what is that that's really pissing me off during this year or the end of this year? What the fuck is happening? Or a new opportunity that walks through your door towards the end of this year, because we're now halfway through December 2021, nearly at the end. So what's this new person that's just come into my life towards year 7? It's because you have Cancerian or you're a life path 7. So you're bumping into new energies and making new acquaintances, job, money and love, connections, building, forming, connections where it's kind of like, oh my God, what just happened? Okay, well, this person just somehow walked into my life. How's that? Because you're coming up to Cancerian energy. 7, life path 7, Cancerian, year 2023. So if you've seen or talking to people that are going through a lot of shit in their relationships and their arguments or the divorces and the separation, it's you guys with Cancer or life path 7s that are probably bumping into other ones. Okay, here. It's throughout this year. That's why it comes up in this Aquarian energy, because the year after 7 is 8. So we're pulled towards that energy of leaving things during 7, creating tower moments, houses, divorce, separation, going through fucking God knows what else, blah, blah, blah. Going towards long distance relationships, could be long distance, okay, could be Tour and Breaks, one of my favourite British bands. Not a lot of people know of them, Tour and Breaks, because they're a British band. But this person could be from Britain or Brittany or Brian or Beth or Bethel or B in their name. But again, year 8 is what happens next year. So year 7 is where we form bonds and connections. We leave old ones and go towards new ones. We start over again from a fresh energy of a tower. And I either stay as I am and go through 7s during year 7 with the same person and do a lot of fucking lies, deceit, fucking reception, breaking up, splitting up, fucking getting back together, avoiding one another, arguments, eggshells, standing on eggshells around mood swings, dynamic tower energies, falling, building, keep building on piles of shit that just don't seem to be. But then if you leave at 6, year 7, you go towards new energies. Come year 8, you work upon destiny, okay? Because we have the 8 of Wands, we have we have the Sun, we have the Star, okay? Let's see. So through 7, Cancerian for 2023. So you got the Magician. There's a new energy here where I don't know if it's agreed upon by 2 people, because I'm not really seeing the communication. I'm just seeing you see, when you get these are unavoidable events because they're major arcana cards. It means that it's happening and it's unavoidable because it's happened already, or it is happening, because it means destiny. So a major arcana means that it's something that is major. And it's there, it's manifested itself into reality. It's starting to, or physically starting to do it, starting to show signs of something that is there, okay? So when you get major arcana cards, they're unavoidable. They are unavoidable, which means if it's a circumstance of a mother that I can't get away from because I'm living with her, I can't avoid that because I'm constantly at odds with them. So I can't avoid it. Okay, so that's why you get major arcana cards, because they're major turning life decisions to make that are very major. It means that, okay, I'm coming along to a decision to make. This will bring in the Wheel of Fortune that will start to turn it more in or out of my favour. Okay, but once I start to ride the Wheel of Fortune and go towards destiny and start to think, okay, why is this happening? it's a possibility and it's there. What could become of this? You start to think more of future instead of past. And I said this in Aquarian reading. How many times do people go over old behaviour? How many times do people communicate in the aspect of future? Not many, because it's not yet written and it's not yet seen. So you don't get many times during the day where you communicate with a mother or a father or an ex or a husband or a wife or a partner that you actually talk about what to look forward to in the future of what isn't there. You more than likely start going back to, how was your day at work? Blah, blah, blah. What have you done all day? Blah, blah, blah. What are you going through? Well, I don't know what I'm going through. So you start to talk about the past, right? You go through the past all the time, you relive it like a hell loop. When you meet a future partner, sometimes metaphysically what it does is get you to think about what the future could hold if you two was together as a partner. It gets you to think that way because you manifest that way, you see. If you think about one another, you think, God, the possibilities of what could really go on there could be completely different than where I am now. So you start to think about the partner and you think what it could be like. Without communicating, if you're both doing that at the same time, divine timing starts to put you further and further together and further away from the negative energy of the past. That's why soulmates exist. That's why twin flame or soulmates happen. Because energy of the magician being here, it means that it's all divine timing of a connection that is formed here. It just depends what you do with it and what you agree upon. Because the energy's here. Okay, energy is just energy. You can't run or change energy because it follows you wherever you go. But what you can do is things that are physical on a physical plane you can start to change, which means that you can agree upon something as two people. We agree that we want to be together. We've spoken, we've talked, and we both, hello, how you doing? Yeah, blah, 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 formal introduction, blah, 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 talk, get to know each other on a friendly basis. And then you get to know each other on a more of a deeper level. And then you both end up, okay, I think there's something here that's other than just friends. Then you form a relationship, and there it is. You form a bond, okay? And that is spirit urging you and pushing you on in that direction. The direction that you keep feeling like you're being pulled towards of something that's new, that's because that's that feeling of something new coming along. That's like, you know when you're dating someone and you've been like, there's dating periods. When you first start dating is the best time ever when you first meet someone. When you first meet someone, all of that getting to know one another, the talking, they're coming over tonight, blah, 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 or I'm going to be meeting them and all of that. That's the nervous, anxious, best times for getting to know someone is because you can't wait to hear from them. When you're in relationships and they go on for a very long time, those beginning parts of a relationship, they slightly fade, okay, because you've done all of that. So if you guys, I mean, you've obviously dated here in the past, so you know that getting to know someone new is an energy that ends up making you feel more fresh and new than what old energy does, right? So it gets you to manifest, okay? So you got a lot of stuff going on. You had 18 on the clock here, so you got possibles of 9 and 9, which would be Virgo or life path 9 that could be present somewhere, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. You, them, or the ex. Here. Let's see what else we've got kind of coming up for you, Cancer. Let's see, because this is also going to change your life. It feels like a fated destined event that starts to change your life as you start to go forward towards the energy and not away. Like if you're moving away from an energy that seems to have failed. These are like failed attempts. Okay. Constantly failing and failing and failing. Negative, negative, negative. What makes me feel good and positive? Is it the old person or the new person that makes me feel more positive and fresh and light and vibrant about myself? If I do, I give that same respect back to the person because they're there for me. So I give them back what they give me. Okay. If it's both positivity, you end up where this starts to change your life. Here, okay, because you've probably, or someone here is connected with more of a positive energy than a negative one here. That's why you've got these 2 2s, okay. So let's see. Now the energy that you've connected to might not be a love interest, but it does feel like it is here. It's just that you've connected on, or they have, or you both have connected onto an energy that can start to make you feel good. It's like a healing energy. Healing each other's grief and loss, which means why you might be friends, because you could be talking about all of the shit that's going on in life that's leading to this Libra energy of maybe like this getting to know one another, and then it becomes more of a connection later on if that's what they decide. A Libra or Life Path 2 will decide that, because if they like you, they would end up saying so here. Okay. But they choose, unfortunately. Let's see. Because the choice is always down to them. It depends where they feel safe, what they want, okay, and how fast they want it to go. Normally. Okay, so let's see. Or Norman or Normington. Cancer. What's going on with Cancer, please, through 2023? Stars, you mean to go on. So something is ending, and then you get the Queen of Wands now. So you got two women. You got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands at either end of the show that have actually turned their back on one another here. Because you got this one on this one and this one on this end. So it seems to be coming through exactly what happened in Aquarius/Leo or Life Path 8 reading, because that's in the centre of the table here. Destiny, Major Arcana card, unavoidable or destined events, which means that there are people that are leaving doors, staying with or leaving and forming bonds here, because they're turning their back on one another. So it's like this connection, spiritual, that has entered into the twilight zone to give choice and options to add prosperity and positivity onto negativity that's physically present. That's why we get twin flames, okay? Light workers, if you like, whatever you call it. But they kind of fly in like a fucking angel. They come in, okay, and they kind of do some work together. They heal one another. That healing energy can end up being a bond of friendship or relationship, but whichever way it is, it's a choice. But they come in order to be able to do work on each other's soul. That's why they're called in as soulmates. They're not yet relationship partners because they're not sixes, which means that they haven't actually agreed upon being a Six of Cups, which is a huge decision to make for some people, okay? So you've got people of these doors where they're closing at the same time as they are opening for year 7, okay? Don't forget, we're on year 6. Capricorn and Gemini, Adam and Eve, lust, love, situations, distrust, toxic relationships, toxic family, leaving, moving, divorce, separation, leaving Six of Cups, going towards a 7, metaphysical energy, rebuilding, you know, seeing what happens, okay? Because then you get investment, 7 of Pentacles, okay, 7 of Wands energies, forming healthy boundaries, different boundaries, blocking out the past, all that sort of stuff, okay? So that's what we go through, that's what you've got here. So in order to find out what you've got coming up for the rest of your year, you will either need to join Patreon, which is the silver or the gold tier over on Patreon, because it will be a whole yearly full table spread card, all clarified, all the way to the here like a square. And then I'll tell you what you've got kind of coming up, what to look out for and what to look forward to, or what you're probably leaving and going towards throughout this year. They are sometimes very complicated, but I pretty much work it out when we get more kings and queens of telling you the paradox numbers of who they are. Divorcees, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff, right? So that's what you've got presently. If you would like to join, you will need the silver or the gold tier provided below. If you find this throughout the year or next month, whenever it is, whenever you join Patreon, you get a month. So it doesn't matter when you join, you definitely get your month. They don't kick you off like there was before. It all changed 3 months ago. So when you join Patreon, you get your month. It doesn't matter when. But if you join in a month or 2 or 3 months, you will need to scroll all the way through the videos, because I put out a lot of weeklies and monthly videos over on the silver and gold tier. So you will need to scroll through them all in order to find how it's listed below, but it will have a number 2 at the end. Okay? But it will say your yearly reading. Okay, guys, thanks very much. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.